Okay, take two. I didn't want to have a 5-minute rant, so to sum it up, hello. I am back, I am cracking, I'm feeling good. For now. Could be because I feel great in this new top. Could be because my whole look changed. I don't know. I really don't know. So what's going down is I had class today, and this week's assignment is to make, we're making our paint, and it's called like milk paint, or it's called a specific name. I don't remember the name. I'm terrible with names. Like Saray, Crane, Crie, I don't remember. It's milk paint, and so I have to make that this week, which I have my milk ready and prepared. The only thing though is that people are home, so I don't want to do it during then. But I might not. I'm not sure. It depends on how things kind of like pan out right now. And on top of that, I am going to bake cookies today. I am still working on a commission. My cousin wants me to paint a landscape painting, so I am going to just kind of like bunker down, set that up, and get ready to do that. I probably should print the picture. I should have done that before I turned my computer off, so I'm gonna do that too. I have a general idea of what she wants, and so I kind of got, like, as you saw last night, I got the pre-sketch and stuff, so definitely gonna do that and focus on that. But otherwise, that's all I've been up to. That's all I'm pretty much gonna do today, or like the majority of this week. Commission, making paint, learning the process of making that paint, because it is a long process, which you'll see when I get started and get hunkered down to it, as well as today making cookies. So I'll make cookies, and yeah, that's basically it. And I'll see you guys later, and you guys get to have fun watching me do crazy things and mess up all the time, because that's all I ever do is mess up and be like, ah. So hopefully if you have to do that assignment, you will do it better than me, because you will see all the mistakes that I make. That's how it is. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Today, because I feel like trimming these prints, I set some aside because the borders are really crooked. The borders aren't always perfect, but if it's beyond a certain amount, I trim them to even it out a bit. So the top and bottom are pretty equal to each other, so I'll leave that.
Guys, oh my gosh, that was so bad. So what's happening right now is I have kind of like my setup, which I'll show you in a second. This is 3-day-old milk. You can see it's really separated, which, okay. So what I'm going to do is, I think it's under pages, I'm going to show you guys the process of what I'm doing to make this stuff. We're basically making milk paint, which is called forgot what it's called. It's got like casein. The name of the paint is casein, so that is what we are doing. It does not smell very good, but it doesn't smell that bad. Oh, Supernatural's on, as you can see in the background. So I'm just gonna kind of film the process and probably like just get a whole bunch of, I don't know, just kind of like figuring things out. I do have a video, but I think so I'm just gonna kind of like watch the video at the same time and show you guys what is going on and how we are going to make some paint. So yeah, that's the plan for today.
It makes the paint less susceptible to mold. The ingredients needed for making quark are fresh, non-fat or skim milk and distilled white vinegar. Both of these ingredients must be at room temperature. For tools, you'll need to create a kernel, add vinegar to fresh milk. For 1 gallon of milk, add 2 cups vinegar, incorporate it. It's important to leave the quark. Stirring or agitation will disturb the process, and you will end up with particles that don't clump, but instead will be broken up into fine grains that stay in suspension and will be difficult, if not impossible, to strain. After a few hours sitting undisturbed in a warm spot, your mixture will have curdled and you'll have quark. Notice there's complete separation of the solid curds and the liquid whey, and that the curds of quark are definite in clumping.
Ew.
Place a fine mesh strainer in your sink or over a bowl and line it with multiple layers of cheesecloth, making sure the edges generously overhang the strainer. Carefully pour your quark mixture into the cheesecloth and allow the whey to drain. You are now ready to rinse the quark with water. This is an important step in the process. It rinses out the remaining whey and neutralizes the vinegar. The quark should be rinsed and drained 3 times to clean it and remove the vinegar smell. Gather the corners of the cheesecloth to create a bag. Drain the remaining water off until only a few drops fall from the cheesecloth. If you squeeze out too much water, the quark will stick to the cheesecloth and be difficult to remove.
Ew.
Transfer the mixture into your paint bucket or other container. A spoon can be helpful in scraping off the remnants of quark from the cheesecloth. From 1 gallon of milk, you should end up with about 800.
My teacher said that this does not smell gross, it smells gross. I don't even think like I'm getting enough. Like, this is nasty. Ew. Ah. Oops. So that's not good because I need some of the excess. Should have got a little bit extra on the side, but you know, let's kind of try the best that I can to my hands are gonna smell so bad. Should wear gloves. Ew. I got this part down, so it's all separated. There's a little more juice in there, but we're just gonna go with that for right now. Next, I have to add in some hydrated lime or calcium hydroxide, I think it's called. Sorry, I'm gonna like keep continuing to like strain this as best as I can because it's not fully strained, but so basically I have to add equal parts water to hydrated lime or calcium hydroxide or something like that. So basically what that just means is basically I'm taking 2 cups and kind of just like adding it, so I have it right here. Yeah, calcium hydroxide. So I got a pound of it, which isn't too much, but let me kind of open this a little bit. Ooh, ooh, poof. That went poof. So I'm just gonna kind of like add a little bit. Ooh. I'm not quite sure how much I'm supposed to add. I think that's a lot too much. It's only half a gallon. For like, because I only used half a gallon of milk. I don't think I need that much, so I'm trying to like kind of like get a little bit in there. I'm assuming that that's what it's gonna be. Let me get the scale to see how much that is. It's a good thing Chris got a scale. Okay, 54. Not bad. So that's 54 ounces, not grams. And then I'm just gonna kind of come with the water and then just kind of like see if it's even. I mean, these glasses aren't quite even. You could also use the scale. I think that that's pretty much even. I might need a little bit more. This is like kind of like a lot of like the math aspect to it. Nope. Too much. So basically I feel like a chemist kind of. So then you're gonna pour in your water and your calcium stuff. And my teacher said you're supposed to use a wooden spoon, not a whisk, so I'm using a wooden spoon. Just kind of coming in. And then I do have to use the cheesecloth again to kind of like filter it before. And it's supposed to be a creamier texture. Oh, this smells so weird. So, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I'm just going with it though. It's supposed to kind of become creamy, but it definitely does not look like it's becoming creamy. It's kind of like chunky. I'll probably add a little splash more water. Probably wasn't enough. I'm just kind of playing with it, trying to figure this out because I've never done this before. So I don't know. Never done this. So this is kind of like a new process. Okay, so I think adding a little more water definitely helps. This does not smell pretty though. For anybody who says it doesn't smell, for some reason mine smells. Maybe because I left it for 3 days instead of 2. I'm not sure. And then also the video was the one if you added vinegar, so I just don't know. I'm just kind of like, I'll splash more water. Just a little bit, just to kind of creamy it out. Ugh, this is so weird and gross. I feel bad. But I'll keep continuing showing you the end result afterwards. I'll see you later. Bye. So I did end up getting the consistency what she was saying. It's supposed to be milk. These curds are okay, so what's going to happen is I have some dry pigments, so I'm going to kind of try to like separate them into different like sections so I can try to utilize all these different colors to make different pigments. I don't know how I'm going to separate it, but I'll separate it probably into like bowls. Oh, bowls like this. I don't know why that was wet, but it was. And so with that, I'm going to kind of like separate my mixture. It's actually really creamy and soft, so and it's probably going to be really fun to play with, so I'm really actually excited about using this as paint. So I'm going to kind of like separate and assess from there. So these are the colors that I have, and we're going to kind of pour them into the bowls.
Our signature chicken and dumplings can be enjoyed in our home or yours. Dine in or get curbside or delivery at crackerbarrel.com.
BK restaurants are reopening dining rooms with your safety as our top priority. We're implementing social distancing at all times, offering hand sanitizer to all.
Organization, because with all that's going on, it's more important than ever to care for each other.
So I'm gonna hold on promoting you this quarter. Cool?
Drop the taco, get in the car. Does this censure feel like a compromise to you? Wait, what? The handling is good, right? No compromise there. Watch this. Clear automatic brake. So if this Nissan Sentra is a compromise, what's the deal? You're right.
The economy, and they're bringing us back. One appointment, one card swipe, one thank you at a time. And at Spectrum Business, we're here for you because you're here for all of us. Get 1 free month of internet, phone, and TV when you switch to Spectrum Business today. Call 844-954.
You first is our job.
I just love hitting the open road and telling people that Liberty Mutual customizes their insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Slot today. July 4th Marathon starts Saturday at 11 on TNT.
So what I'm telling you, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get back.
DMC's full name?
I am going to test out my milk paint on these cardboard pieces because I can always get more cardboard if it doesn't turn out well. So I kind of want to start off with the pink and just kind of like see like the painting texture. Oh, this is so weird and gross. I mean, it's watery. Okay, so it's kind of got like a watercolor consistency. I don't know how many layers it would have to be. I know it's kind of going to be a little bit like a wash. Maybe I added a little too much water, but I'm not sure. Pigmentation wise, I don't know what to think about it. I definitely don't like the smell of this. This stuff smells so nasty. And it's got kind of like a crystallization to it. Yeah, I definitely am not into the smell of these, sorry. But it could also just be like the color of this one, I don't know. Let me like rinse this off. So I got one layer of pink down. I'm just gonna kind of like go in the line of my cups. I think these are definitely gonna be a little bit more watery. I don't think they're gonna be too great on pigment. But it's also gonna kind of be like a little bit of a background color, so I'm not expecting it to be kind of anything. I mean, it's not bad. accidentally mixed some of that brown in there. Oh. Okay, I see. So I just kind of have to like rub on the bottom. So let me kind of like do this, and then I'll kind of show you guys the end result. I don't think pink is it. So overall, my experience with this process is I don't particularly like the smell. I don't like the process of making this paint, but I do have like more of a respect and understanding of like the process it took for like the masters to make a paint and a pigment before they even started working. So I think that that's interesting. But if I wanted to go out of my way to make it not my forte, I don't quite like the paint pigment. I don't mind this like copper color, but like all the other colors are a little bit too transparent, and they're not very, I don't know, just something about it is just not something that I'm into. But I do like this copper paint, so if I do keep anything or would like to continue, I would like the copper, but not my favorite thing. It smells gross. I don't like smelly things, so I'm gonna let these dry, kind of do a couple more takes, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching the video. I know that it's kind of a whole bunch of random clips kind of put together, but I'm trying. I'm putting a lot more effort into making videos than I have before, and so I hope you guys enjoy it. Comment and let me know what you think about it.